A large area of confusion in the realm of tax preparers are pragmatic understandings of partnerships and their many, many intricacies. Partnerships are complex legal structures with decades of statutes stacking on top of each other and interacting and conflicting in complicated ways. There are two broadly applicable theories regarding the tax treatment of partnerships: aggregate and entity theory. The aggregate theory of partnerships treats partners like individual members of a band. Together, they all form an orchestra, but the orchestra is seen as the sum of its parts. This is probably how you look at things if you were a conductor. You can identify the individual sections, brass, wind, etc., and evaluate them on an individual level and see how they interact. The entity theory treats partnerships as a separate and distinct entity. This is probably how you view an orchestra if you are an audience member. It's something greater than the sum of its parts. You probably have heard of the London Philharmonic, but probably couldn't name too many of the members in it. This is a useful understanding to have because it starts to form a basis for how several things are handled at the partnership level. For example, the flow-through nature of a partnership is explained by the aggregate theory. Unlike a C Corp, which pays tax at the corporate level, the burden of the tax liability falls to the individual shareholder. That's because the partnership is seen as the sum of its parts. However, the formation of an LLC creates a distinct legal entity, whose purpose is to shift the economic risk of loss, the limited liability, from the taxpayer to the LLC. So when an LLC is taxed as a partnership, this is what allows for non-recourse debt to exist among shareholders. The partnership, seen as a separate entity, is now liable for the debts, not the individual shareholders. Inside and outside basis is also commonly misunderstood in partnerships, and while a full explanation is above and beyond the scope of this video, understanding the differences between the two and when they apply is equally important for both tax preparers and business owners, and also flows from the fundamental understanding of aggregate and entity theory.